Welcome to this unit on memory. This is Chapter 4 of IB Psychology, a Student's Guide, designed to cover these 7 topics, which span the cognitive approach, covers about half of the cognitive approach and half of the context, learning and cognition. We're going to begin with schema theory. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is a really challenging unit because cognitive approach and cognitive psychology is tough for students and we're not given much time. 25 lessons is what the IB gives us to cover around about 12 topics. So we're looking at 2 lessons a topic. So you want to do, the multi-store model and working memory model in 2 lessons. It's quite tricky. So this is going to be pretty full on. Hopefully, at least with higher level students, they'll be able to revise most of this content later in the extensions. But anyway, delve in schema theory in just 2 lessons. Let's see how we go. The first one is designed to really introduce students to the idea, what is a schema? If by the end of this class they can comprehend this, great. And only half your students will probably be able to do that. They can figure out why we have them, even better. We start as always with the key terms, traffic lights, and a crossword puzzle. I really like this one. There's actually a good scene from Tin Cup, the Kevin Costner movie, where they show this. I'll see if I can find that and put it in the unit plan. Anyway, you can give the students this riddle and then just watch and listen to the elaborate ideas they come up with how this doctor could be the son of the doctor, and there's all sorts of adopted couples and gay couples and all sorts, and then it's the doctor as his mother. Okay, so we'll come back to this idea and how this demonstrates schema in a moment. In my introduction to psychology, there was a blank A4 page for students to write down whatever comes to mind. I always do this as the first lesson. They write down and I store that away, and if you've done that, now is the time to bring it back, and in a different coloured pen they write down all the things that come to mind. Just as for you, a placeholder, I've got some links here to some more ideas. We're going to come back to this idea, both of these, after we explain what is a schema. I like the old filing cabinet metaphor. Alright, so the filing cabinet is the mind, the schemas are the individual drawers, and our individual memories and bits of knowledge are the little index cards. Right, so students might prefer this metaphor, right? The hard drive is the mind, our folders are our schemas, they're filled with the individual files. And that's how we organize things in our mind. Okay, so just a quick chalk talk here, bit of schema theory. I thought I would have put some in the slides to come back. Anyway, here is where you can talk about the riddle. Why didn't they answer it? Because our doctor schema. Why? What was the other one I did there? Sorry, it's 10:30 at night here. And then the brain dumps, right? Why? So we're looking at developing their psychology schemas. So in the beginning, their schemas were quite limited. Okay, and over time, they have assimilated and accommodated information. So this here is getting them to do some of the cognitive lifting now with the workbook. There's the explanations and definitions of assimilation and accommodation, and then they have to try to come up with their own examples of how they've assimilated and accommodated new knowledge so far in this course. This is a great strategy. I quite like this for the IB exams because they could use these examples straight in an exam answer to show they understand it. That could be some incentive there. Okay, class, time to share some ideas. Perhaps if students are struggling with this, you might want to pause it after a couple of minutes and get them to share some ideas. And that's pretty much it, right? So we just need to comprehend what is a schema and some time there for them to think about it in their own course. Okay, I've put the QR code, and it's in the unit plan, my full explanation on schema theory, which might be helpful. Alright, coming up next, we are looking at a schema theory of memory. So we're going to get into the actual claims of schema theory next.